if you're putting this gyro on the Timber lane, that makes it a lot harder. And now you're just looking towards Shiro to be the hero to bring you into this game, and not the offlaner.
Yeah, AOI loves to take a jab at his teammates a little bit once in a while, but you know, if anything, it has been indicative of this tournament, it's that you know, the games just go late in general, and there are certain teams that thrive in that environment. I don't think it's any surprise that a team such as Falcons, Tidebound, as well as, of course, Extreme Gaming have been looking hot as well. A lot of exchanging here. Amar.
In a lot of trouble. That's first blood already for Shiro and the Tidebound side. Great start for them.
Probably wasn't expecting the starting tri-lane here with the Muerta beginning in the top lane, and it pays off for starters. One of the benefits to offlane Timbersaw, of course, he is a lot more independent than many offlaners are. You give him a couple of levels, you can move around the map, and even on level 1 against a lane like Gyro Pugna, you don't have too much to be scared of. So yeah, that was a very successful start for them. And a hero that you and we've seen completely take over games is the Marcy. There are just situations where you feel like this is unbelievably broken. And other games, it kind of looks meh. So if I could choose any hero for either team to get a good start in this game, that's the most impactful, and it would probably be that.
Yeah, I think she's the main reason that we are seeing Helm of the Dominator brought back as a mainstay at this tournament. Obviously can rebound off of it. Terrific at gaining a lot of farm, which Marcy can sometimes have trouble with before that first farming item comes to be. But as we look at the mid lane, Malrine is playing the Beastmaster versus Nothing to Say's Earthshaker. Good old melee versus melee matchup.
Yeah, it's one of those that you on paper would feel should just be a good lane for Shaker, but as of laning 1v2 for the most part, he should get a fast 6. And at that point, perhaps you can threaten the Gyro a little bit in the lane.
Now, with a 6-minute power rune is upon us, and you can see that Falcons are quite pushed up, but Crit's actually spotted out and now glimpsed into the arms of Nothing to Say. He's not going to hit the enchant totem, the dead shot either, but still the kill will come for Nothing to Say. So Tidebound up 2-1. They're able to defend this tower.
Oh, this is important, Malrine.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is big.
I believe this was a quad stack that Planet committed so much time and effort to making, and now all of it going to be stolen away in front of his eyes. So that was a would have given them to Shaker to accelerate the high-impact team fight maker that you have.
Level 6, Invis Rune, and Planet will be the recipient of the first roar of the game. And that's an easy kill for Falcons. I think if the game goes 60 minutes, doesn't really have to worry about that too much, as Shiro jumps right on top of Amar, back into the calling, so silenced up, trying to get to the north to be able to cast anything. Finally, the arena comes out, but actually gets decrepified at the last moment. Do they have damage to finish him off? He's actually trying to this, and Shiro now the one in trouble, as Skeeter and Crit have come to help out. No kills will come from this. Let's hear a cheer just in general.
Deserve more than that.
Staking. Under the tower, getting pursued by Faith Beyond. Looks like he'll eventually pick him up. Does take a beating in response, though, as after all of that, Skeeter actually gets picked off on the top lane. Tried to steal the farm beforehand, which they did quite nicely. Amar, though, the recipient of this gank from Tidebound. That is an easy kill for Faith Beyond. They even find a lowly Snake King, gets glimpsed out of the TP. Double kill for Bach.
Through the lane through full vision, so not going to be the case.
Yeah, they spot Nothing to Say. Now they jump on top of them instead. This is the follow-up, though. Snake King coming with a nice Nether Blast. They've already taken out Planet. Nothing to Say. Trickling away. The Mortimer's Kisses just hits them in the end. 2 kills for Falcons.
15 minutes in, but they keep ramping up.
Yeah, Amar, he wants some revenge. They get the glimpse back into the Static Storm. He's pretty tanky. Doesn't look like reinforcements are coming, though. So will be a kill going the way of Tidebound.
Playing against Roar, it's kind of nice.
Smoke revealed. Shiro leading the charge as Crit gets to the high ground, and he's going to get glimpsed back into the arms of Bach, and just gets deleted. The Roar counteraction from Malrine. Do they have the damage to cut through Shiro? He pops the BKB and dies instantly. First BKB of the game for him. Amar, though, stuck all alone. He's going to get bursted by Bach, as it looks like Tidebound now on the retreat. The buyback came out from Crit in the meantime. So this is now a 4 versus 3 situation. That's a lot of damage from the Chakram from Bach, and he takes out Snake King easily. Now Malrine on the run. This is such a back and forth affair. Gets slowed to a crawl. Nothing to Say with the enchant totem. As Bach, again, up front and personal. The cookie's not going to hit, but the last proc from Planet is enough to kill off Malrine. So despite losing their carry pretty much instantly, Tidebound able to bounce back quite a bit. Question is, can they withstand a fight afterwards? Amar gets the shard, and you can see Tidebound still continuing on. The heals are coming. Planet's going to show himself first with the dead shot. Can Falcons retreat, or do they actually want to fight? Amar gets off the rebuke. Instant pierce the veil, though, into the Mortimers. That's an easy kill for Snake King. There's a Marzurin onto 2. Shiro the BKB. Looks like they might want to retreat, though, as the Disruptor's picked off. So Falcons holding that high ground is now the roar on top of Shiro. This would be an enormous kill for Amar and company. Beautiful spear into the trees. They got the stun lock. They got the kill on Shiro. 3 dead as Bach tried to save his carry. Now he has to retreat in shame. Has to Nightfall away with the BKB TP. So 3 dead. They lose the shard as well. Falcons coming out way on top.
Division.
Oh, look at this. Tidebound. They're going to continue to get aggressive despite this BKB still being down for Shiro. Echo Slam right on top of the gyro. Gets feared back. Do they have the damage? It's going to be close. And finally, Shiro coming in to finish the job. All 5 members of Tidebound here to watch Skeeter die.
Exchange, but of course they did lose quite a bit in the top left corner prior to this. Now Shiro with the Aegis.
Indeed.
Another glimpse.
Snake King glimpse back and will die eventually.
Well, he's pretty tanky.
He will die eventually. Surely gets Cookie to the high ground. Now the roar on top of Faith Beyond with Amar. Nice zoning ult. They're going to get 2 kills on likelihood. Wide's going to stay alive a little longer with the essence shift, but the rebuke at the last moment takes out the Timber. That's 3 dead now. These fights make no sense. What?
It's actually an interesting item on carry as well when you go for the other facet. Now he has Supernatural, or rather he has Dance.
Amar caught off guard, gets glimpsed back into the arms of Shiro, gets decrepified though, it's going to save him a bit. That's a huge kill onto Shiro out of nowhere. Didn't bother with the BKB and suffers the consequences.
Uh-oh. This with Blink spearing into Arena being easier to pull off.
Oh, Planet forces the issue from Amari, gets off his ult, going to force the BKB out of Shiro. There's the roar from the other side on Mallory. Do they have the damage this time to cut through Shiro? It's going to be close. He's really low, dies inside of his own rebound. Another death for the carry of Tidebound as Bach with that Aghanim Scepter. Boom, boom time. Gets off. Oh, the Yules actually activates because the BKB ended early, and now the Rocket Barrage upon him. Static Storm to try to save their offlaner. It is not happening for Tidebound. And now Y on the retreat. He's holding a gem. This would be a pretty big kill for Falcons.
The type of game where Disruptor might be one of the single best supports in Dota to take greedy on, because you almost never attack anything. Even when you're farming, it's oftentimes you just throw a Thunder Strike on the wave and back off because you want to be hidden and be a threat on the map with Glimpse.
No, nothing to say is going to show. Malrine and company would love to get a pick off before this Roche spawns. Still has not come up yet, though.
Another attempt. Glimpse on Amar.
Out. Will not be KB away. Smoke. Oh, there's the Echo Slam. There's the opening under the gyrocopter. They're going to be able to blow up Skeeter. He's dead. Just like that. As Malrine gets off another roar. But now this is in full retreat mode. They do have buyback on the gyrocopter if they want to use it. Fisher's going to connect onto the Pugna. Snake King's tankier than he looks, of course. Bach, his Aghanim Scepter does proc his crit with the Mortimer Skins. There's the Mars Arena from Amar himself. Lots of damage onto Shiro with the double spear to follow. Shiro's dead. Bach follows suit. No buybacks needed from the side of Falcons as they somehow turn this.
Even though Skeeter dies first, they have to commit so much for that, and Amar finds a beautiful angle. That spear was...
Oh, the cancel of the TP. Y does get off another glimpse, but we can see the TP from Malrine. He wants a piece of this, and he'll get it. Denies a bounty rune, though. Good job to Y.
That gets tipped for that.
Falcons right away.
Yep.
Wave getting cleared, though, so no Roche banner placed yet. Skeeter already in half HP. We'll get healed via the Pugna, so not going to use the Roche banner until now. This tower looks to be dead. There is a fortification online for Tidebound. Flat cannon. As Amar jumps in very deep, gets off the arena. They're going to focus on the buildings for now, so maybe this is just... He's just going to die to the Mortimer, so Planet. No chance at all, as that's a second lane for Falcons. Glimpse back, Malrine's going to get Echo Slam with the Fissure to follow. He's going to get E-bladed, though, nothing to say. Does get the kill with the last Fissure. There's the buyback, though, as Skeeter disposed back into the Static Storm. Pops the BKB, healing up thanks to the Pugna and a little bit from the Satanic as well. And you can see Shiro left all alone. He's roared and killed. 90 seconds of no mercy as a cheese eaten up by Skeeter, and they're going to go for full megas, if not just the throne outright.
They didn't even get his Aegis there. They kill the Beastmaster, he has buyback. There's just so many lives to get through.
Yeah.
You have to commit so much to kill one core one time.
Yeah, this Pugna pick has been pretty valuable. Deadshot can make things a little bit more annoying. And Skeeter, all he wants to do is get to that top side of the map, but they keep blocking him. All of these obstacles, as there's the roar from Malrine right on top of Muerta. That is a death for Planet. No way to get back in the game. Second one reserved for Y. He buys back, though. This is going to be potentially the last defense for Tidebound in this game number 1. But it's going to be 5 versus 3, not including the Aegis, which still has a full 3 minutes.
Yeah, Skitter just seems invincible. 5k HP and 30 armor and a Pugna. The Pugna life drain has been such a big deal. Tidebound would have been able to defend and stall out for so long against the carry, but all of their damage just get nullified.
And that is Mega Creeps.
This is
tier
a
4
fast
being
game for
pressured.
Falcons, Shannon. 46 minutes?
I still believe this will go 60 minutes some way, somehow. Bach gonna get speared into his own tier 4. Lincoln actually does proc thanks to that primal roar. And you can see the gyrocopter not too worse for wear because the Pugna's still on the back line, healing him up. Not much Tidebound can do here as the tier 4 is about to drop to the deck. Amar getting harassed a bit. Muerta back in 30 seconds right now. Still a 5 versus 4 in favor of Falcons. Throne completely exposed now as Shiro going in for one last ditch effort. They're just gonna block off. Pugna still in range though. And this life drain, they just can't do anything about it. Amar, Arena right on top of Bach. Now the magic damage coming from Skeeter with the right click as well. Bach is dead. Buys back instantly. There's roar number 1 for Marcy. Echo Slam a little bit too late as Shiro is already dead. And nothing to say, has to walk back in shame as a triple Arena from Amar as the GGs come out. Falcons take game number 1.
Damn, that was... It was an interesting first 15 to 20 minutes that were back and forth, but Falcons found one good fight, started getting that 6k lead that we talked about, and after that, every single subsequent fight, they have Shiro's number, they keep good formation, so they never get wombo comboed by Shaker and Timbersaw, never really got into trouble against the Muerta Eggs. Didn't really feel all that impactful, to be honest, when it came out.
Yeah.
So